What's up YouTube, it's Alex Combow here, owner, CEO, and graphic designer of Snowbound Apothecary. Today this video is going to be about being memorable to the people that you interface with daily. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I've got 4 points for you guys today about how to be memorable for the people around you, and this is going to take your business to the next level. My first point for you guys today is be human. Whether you are interfacing with the internet world as a whole or maybe just as a brick and mortar universe, I want you to know that you need to be human. That means that you need to make sometimes the unpopular choice. You need to follow who you are, and who you are sometimes isn't what people want to see. Now, there's an old saying that old Hollywood stars used to say, and that is, no publicity is bad publicity. All publicity is good publicity. This kind of goes hand in hand with this. While you don't want to go out and kind of create a bad view of yourself that other people are going to have, I want you to realize that there are different kind of boxes that people can fall into as a person, kind of labels that people will associate them with. You have the far left, you have the far right, you have the vegans, you have the Christians, you have the Mormons, you have the Muslims, you have the all-around religious people, you have the atheist people, you have the evolutionist people, you have the scientists, you have the people that work outside, you have the people that are obsessed with animals, you have the people that are obsessed with human rights, humanitarians, you have the feminists, you have all these different sorts of people that are going to be posting their views online, they're going to be talking about their views with other people, and these views kind of establish who they are as a person, and when people think about the certain things related to these views, they think about that person. So say you are talking about trophy hunting giraffes, and how you vastly disagree with trophy hunting giraffes. Now, whenever people see a post on Facebook about trophy hunting giraffes, they're gonna think about you. Maybe it's not in the best way, maybe it's in a bad way, but they're gonna think about you. And maybe they'll spread the gossip about you to some of their friends, some of your family. They'll be talking about you with other people. And they'll be thinking about you when they talk about you to other people. And the opinion that they put on other people about you may not entirely be a bad opinion. It could be a neutral opinion, or somebody else could be like, yes, I totally agree. We should not be trophy hunting giraffes. So because of this, you have unintentionally created a positive contact based off of nothing but your views. And another point on top of being human, another point that kind of solidifies the fact that you need to be human is you can make mistakes. As long as you own up to your mistakes, you can make mistakes. If you are a waitress or a waiter and what you do, you bring out possibly bad food for somebody, or you accidentally say the wrong thing to a customer, you can make that mistake. As long as you own up to the mistake and you tell the customer, look, I'm sorry about this, and I really didn't mean to do this, I didn't mean to give you this product, it's bad, I didn't mean to say that, I'm sorry, what I really meant to say was this, and you can kind of establish an emotional response on top of that, and that will actually make that customer remember you. I'll never forget, there was one time that I worked at Quiznos, and a customer came up to me and he ordered a sandwich, and he said, I can have everything on the sandwich, but do not put onions on this sandwich. Do not put onions on the sandwich. Well, it got down the line and I accidentally put onions on the sandwich. He was irate. He was completely irate, completely upset with me. He was almost to the point of not being able to be calmed down. And what I did was I told him, look, I'm sorry about this. I'm sorry I put the onions on your sandwich. What I can do for you is I can actually entirely remake this sandwich for you, and I will give it to you for free because you are deathly allergic to onions and I messed up here. You portrayed that to me and I clearly didn't listen, and I'm sorry about that. He greatly appreciated this. And actually the next time he came in, I was working with another one of my coworkers who was about to put onions on the sandwich, and I said, no, you can't put onions on the sandwich. And he looked at me and he smiled. You have to change your gloves because that guy is deathly allergic to onions. And he smiled and he kept coming in after that because this established a good rapport. Just simply being human and making a mistake but owning up to my mistake is what built that rapport with that customer. So I'm not saying go out there and make tons of mistakes, but what I'm saying is if you make a mistake, own your mistake, and people are more likely to actually listen to you and remember you as a person. So my second point is treat every customer as if it is the customer that's going to take your business off. Now I want to explain something to you that is going to kind of seem shallow. There are two super important websites if you own a brick and mortar business, and they are Yelp and they are Google reviews. When you are trying to decide where you want to eat, do you, as a person, look at Google, the reviews on Google, before you decide that that's where you want to eat? I can't tell you how many times I've looked at a chain restaurant and I've seen that this one only has 2 or 3 stars, but there's another one that's 3 or 4 miles down the road that has 4 or 5 stars of the same chain, so I'm going to eat at that other restaurant. I'm going to drive that extra distance to eat at that other restaurant instead of this one. And the same thing goes for diners. If I'm looking at a local diner and I see that this one only has 2 or 3 stars, but there's another local diner of a completely different franchise, but it has 4 or 5 stars, I'm going to go to the one that has a higher rating. And the thing about this is nowadays everybody, literally everybody, is a critic. Anybody can go and critique your business online. And this doesn't just go for brick and mortar businesses, this goes for any type of business that you have. If you have an online business, if you're selling t-shirts online, then somebody can go and leave a review on your business, maybe on Amazon, a 1-star review that said that the embroidery on the t-shirt that you sold me peeled off within the first week, and it came and it shipped late, and they just leave you this awful review on there. And now you have a 1-star review that is your most recent review on there, and that 1-star review is going to be what people see first. And it's going to be what people think about the most when they are initially buying from you after that review is left. So this creates bad momentum for you, and it makes you start heading in the wrong direction. So you can get back from this momentum, but sometimes this momentum is going to take a long time to come back from. If you make that mistake, you can try to reach out to that customer and try to own up to your mistake and try to be human and apologize to him, maybe offer him something free, go back to the first point, be human, own up to it, but you need to realize that everything that you give to a customer should be the best thing that you can possibly give to anyone, because that customer, he could be the person that's going to sign you off on your $1 million agreement. Because as I said in one of my other videos, the value of one customer is potentially infinite. There is no ceiling for how much one person can be worth. One person could have 20 friends and tell you to 20 of their friends, recommend you to 20 of their friends, and all 20 of those friends could have 20 more friends, and all 20 of those friends could have 20 more friends, and you could have this big group of people that's just going to make you blow up and expand in a way that you never thought was possible just because you were good to one person. But it can happen the other way around too. Look at Pepsi. Back in 2011, 2012, people were boycotting Pepsi because of a decision that they made. I'm not going to say what the decision was, but they were boycotting Pepsi because of a decision that they made. They were being human, but they also were not treating every customer as if they are the best customer because of a certain decision that they made. What did happen was they took the values of a certain group of their customers and they threw it out the window, and so a group of their customers were boycotting them because of this. And it took them a while to bounce back from this, so they weren't treating every customer as if it was the best. They were treating a certain group of customer as if they were more important than the other groups of customers. And my third point for you is find your sense of humor. Remember, emotionally appealing to someone is going to make someone want to buy from you more than logically appealing to somebody, because they're going to make more decisions based off of their emotions than based off their logic. For example, deciding how much money you want to spend on something, that's an emotional thing. So they want to know that emotionally they are making the proper decision. So having a sense of humor is going to make people know that they can trust you a little bit more. Alright, so I read this book by Zig Ziglar. And there's this joke in the book that I love. It makes me laugh every single time that I think about it and every single time that I read it. Now, I tell this joke to other people because I think it's hilarious. And the way that he conveyed it and the way that he wrote it definitely was completely in his own way. So I try to convey it in his way, and I tell people that, you know, this is where I got the joke, from that book from Zig Ziglar. So every time I think of this joke, every single time I think of it, there's something inside of me subconsciously that says, hey, you should go buy another one of his books. that joke made you laugh. You like this person, so you should buy one of his books or buy some of his merchandise to help his living family out right now. So there's that little thing inside of me. And the thing is, when I tell this joke to other people, I say this joke was from Zig Ziglar out of this book that I read from him. So this automatically builds a rapport with other people to Zig Ziglar based off of a joke that he made to me. Not personally, not directly, but indirectly, he made this joke to me through his book. And so, because of this, he is constantly getting new clientele based off of this joke that he told. So, this is going to make you more memorable to other people than you would be before. Now, okay, it's easy to say, well, Alex, I don't have a sense of humor. People don't laugh at my jokes. When you're trying to be funny, you have to be yourself. You have to be who you are. There are videos out there about how to be funny. There are books out there about how to be funny. It would actually probably help you out immensely to check out some of that stuff so that you know what you can do to be more funny to other people. Because if your favorite sport is golf and your favorite golf player is Tiger Woods and you think, well, Tiger Woods, everybody loves Tiger Woods, so I'm not really that authentic because I love Tiger Woods. But when you tell people why you love Tiger Woods is because he does that little twitch in his eye every single time he's about to take a swing or whatever it is, then when people are at the sports bar with their friends drinking and the golf is on and they see Tiger Woods about to take that swing and have that little twitch in his eye, then automatically they think of you, either consciously or subconsciously, they think of you. They think about Joe's Tacos and they think about how, oh, I've had a couple of beers, I want a taco from Joe's Tacos. And sometimes they don't always connect that to you, but that's what you're doing. And this sounds a little bit shady because what you're doing is you're subconsciously planting yourself into their minds, but it's not shady because what you're doing is you're creating this positive thing inside of them that will constantly come back to them. And sometimes they could be in a negative place and they think of this joke and automatically it puts them in a better place and maybe they'll make a better decision because of it. So it's not shady, it's actually a good thing to do, and it actually kind of makes you feel better inside knowing that you're connecting with people and you're helping people out in these rough areas, whether you actually think about it or not. Because there are going to be people that are not going to tell you that they remember you because of this. So if you have 2 or 3 people that tell you that they remember you because of this joke that you made, think about all the people that don't tell you that they remember the joke that you made. So that's why a lot of people will say that storytelling is extremely important with business. Because storytelling and humor are kind of the same thing. If you tell a good story, you're going to have people laughing along the way while you're telling the story. And my 4th point, it kind of comes back to the first point. It is be you. Be human, number 1. Number 4, be you. Be authentically you. Don't worry if you like Tiger Woods and you think that Tiger Woods is a little too mainstream and you secretly want to be a hipster. Don't worry about that. Be you. Don't hold yourself back. If you hold yourself back, people are going to think that you're fake and they're not going to remember you. So everything else that I'm saying here is going to help people remember you because of certain things that maybe you've learned. But if you're just being you, then people are going to remember you because you're being true to yourself, and people can feel that. They can feel that energy and they can connect with you. And this is something that you can't really explain away, but just remember that if you're being you, that is the strongest thing that you can do. So that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching. Please hit that like button. Please hit that comment button. Let me know if any of these things have worked for you guys before. Subscribe to me, please. I could use more subscribers. I really appreciate you guys for watching. So, thank you again. Bye.